Alright, so this is the video. We are reviewing this cassette boy. Alright, this is an officially licensed Nintendo product. I got Brock here with me. He's also speaking. And it came out, it was Interact was the company that put it out. And I went ahead and I bought this off eBay. It was like $20. Hold this for a second. Point it here. Yeah. Alright, and so one complaint is that the battery compartment is very hard to get off of here. And I have some rechargeables in here, which I'm not sure if they're the best idea. They're just the Amazon rechargeables. They are 1.2 volts, I think, yeah. And the recommended is the 1.5. So I think maybe some of the distortion you might hear during the audio samples could be because of that. Could just be because the player is not that great. It's not a fantastic player, but it's really cool. Really awesome. Now, it has no rewind button, and sometimes, if you hold down the fast forward button and press it enough, you'll notice that it actually comes off. Because it's not glued in or anything. It's just, sort of on there.
Just there.
Yeah, I noticed, I was playing this, and I pressed stop after it was fast forwarding, and the button flew off. I was like, what? Just
Holy
popped
shit.
out of there. Yeah.
It's like me. It's just there, but then every now and then it just flies off.
Yeah, just like, you know, your mother.
Damn, dude.
Sorry. Anyway, but it has these molded buttons. They don't do anything. It has a little picture of Mario there. I went ahead and actually took that out, but it has a little window there now. It looks nice. I think it looks better. It has a little speaker grill here. No speaker. That's just supposed to look like a Game Boy speaker. You know, so none of these buttons work. Up here you got the volume control, the headphone out, which I have plugged into my computer. It has a little belt clip on the back, so you can take that off if you didn't want to put it on your belt, which I don't know if I would anymore. And a little bit of a 3-volt power supply on the back. I think it's the same one that you actually use for the Game Boy Color. So that's kind of funny. I actually have one of those sitting around. Alright, so then what we're going to show you is there's a little messy in here, but I have my Montgomery Ward dual cassette deck / record player over here, and I have that plugged into the computer here, and we have Audacity running. It's actually recording our voice right now, but we're going to show you some audio sample differences between that and this. We're playing this tape that we have made for a friend. It has some songs on it, just a little mixtape. I know, make all the fire jokes you want. But it has Tribute is the song, Tenacious D. So don't sue us. This is, I think, fair use.
Yeah.
Right? Alright. So let's go ahead and go back and listen to that.
Tenacious D.
This is the greatest and best song in the world.
Already, you can tell some pitch differences. I don't know if that's just due to the battery voltage or what, but it is something to consider.
If it's just a shit player.
Yeah, it probably is.
A long and a lonesome road. All of a sudden, there shined a shiny demon.
Alright, so you can hear some clicking, and the hum is definitely bigger. There's some distortion, and I don't know if it's just due to the motors. I think it's due to the battery. Now, when we were looking at the waveform in Audacity, you can actually see some clipping with the range. Like, it is less. Brock, what did you think about it?
It was very discordant, It just sounds like almost like smashing on a piano.
Yeah, it's a little, it sounds like something's a little out of tune. And it could be because this thing is, it came out in '92, and it's been sitting in a package, probably heated. When I got the cassette boy, it was pretty much melted. The headphones were melted. And my guess is that this probably wasn't meant to be an item for audiophiles anyway. Probably for children, probably for kids.
Probably just a neat collector's item that would have set up on your shelf like your Scott Pilgrim figure there.
Yeah, whatever, man. I get you, though. So, if you see one of these for a decent amount of money and you like cassette tapes, pick one up, but don't expect it to be fantastic. I mean, I was listening to Dire Straits tape, which I got fixed, on the way to my class, which was canceled. But I didn't have it on my waistband or anything. I had it in my bag.
Like the fucking hipster.
Yeah, whatever. But it was pretty good. I mean, it sounded pretty nice. I had some of those bone conductive headphones working, and I think it sounded decent. But, you know, I will tell you that if you have a decent tape going, which like when we have where it's directly recorded, it's not going to be, you know, the best or, you know, quality on this. The kind of tape we used was, I was curious about the Walmart tapes. You know, they have the tapes at Walmart. It's their On brand, which it's a Type 1 ferro tape. So it's the, you know, basically rust crushed up and put on a tape. Yeah. So it's not the best kind, and it's a 90-minute tape. They're probably mainly meant for spoken word, like, you know, that's what usually 90-minute tapes are. So don't expect a lot out of that kind of tape. Anyway, I don't believe I actually have anything other than Type 1s, you know. Brock, you know about the types of tapes, right?
Ooh, boy, it's been a long time since I've listened to tapes, but yeah, I understand, like, the most basic forms of, like, tape workings.
Well, I mean, there's Type 1s, which are, you know, ferro, and then there's, like, Type 2s, which I think are chrome. And I might be wrong about this, but, you know, you can comment about it later, assuming people will comment, you know. So there's Type 2, which are chrome, and there's a really rare type, which is, like, ferrochrome, and there's, I think there's another one, which is, like, probably metal. I think there's metal, and then there's digital one. There's reel-to-reel. But point being, most of the tapes you find are going to be the ferro. Yeah. Some tapes, like the Dire Straits tape I had, was screwed shut. Some of them are welded. You know, I thought, if this one isn't screwed, I'm going to have to actually tear out break open the tape and probably transfer it to a new home. Yeah. You know, it works though. Money for Nothing sounds great. 2 or 3 songs of the B-sides sound awful because they're, like, really warped. Anyway, yeah, I went a little tangent there, but I thought maybe we'd talk for a second about this. So, it sounds great. I'm pretty happy with this player. It's not like an audiophile player, but hey, if I wanted to listen to music in great quality, I could just pull out my phone or my MP3 player. So, you know, you're essentially having an experience.
It's a neat little gadget, you know. Maybe a little prop for, like, 90s day.
90s day. Early 90s day, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, one thing is, if you're walking around with a cassette boy, people are probably going to look at you and be like, why does he have a Game Boy strapped to his belt?
And plugged into his head.
Yeah, it's not something I think most people are going to recognize. Anybody. I mean, yeah. So, yeah, I'll just go ahead and end the video, but... yeah, stay tuned because I'm probably just going to make more videos as I feel.